What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about UFC 317 main event. I know it's been a long time since I made my last video, since I've uploaded, but yeah, I'm back with UFC 317 results. So yeah, we're going to be talking about the first fight, Payne Talbot versus Felipe Lima. So I thought that Felipe Lima was going to win, but I was wrong. Payne Talbot won, and kind of surprised me too. Because in his previous fight, it was against Raoni Barcelos, I think, some older guy. He dominated him in the grappling part, so I thought that he would get again like I'm not control, uh, lose a decision against Felipe Lima, but he won. I was wrong. Felipe Lima actually looked better in striking compared to Talbot, at least to my eyes, but he just didn't throw enough. He just didn't trust himself. He just, I guess he was afraid of the power in Talbot's hands, so he didn't strike that much. He still threw a little bit of strikes, as you guys can see. Total strikes 37, um, and significant only 26, not much. But he had 3 takedowns, and he did have some amount of control time as well. But it wasn't enough to win him the fight. It's just Yeah, Payne Talbot reversed some of the takedowns as well. Like a couple of times, I think when Lima shot a double leg, he just couldn't take Talbot down, and Talbot stood his base and just pushed him on his back, and yeah, controlled him and did some nasty ground and pound as well. That was pretty nice, and yeah, basically won the fight by a unanimous decision. It was still a decent fight to watch. It was fun, so I'll give him that. Um, yeah, good stuff from Payne Talbot. I don't like the guy that much. He's a bit annoying, but no, good shit. And the next fight is Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. I thought that Dariush was gonna win. I picked Dariush, even in UFC 5. I picked Dariush, and he won by a unanimous decision. Moicano lost. Darius just was better. He threw more strikes. He grappled and he got Moicano down almost like the entirety of the fight. Not the entirety, but most of the time he got him down and controlled him and threw punches and stuff. So, you know, there's 5 takedowns for Darius. That's a lot for a 3-round fight, I think. And Moicano just didn't do enough, man. He didn't defend one takedown. Like that was he just laid on his back, you know, and I guess assumed that he would submit Dariush, but yeah, no, I don't even think it was that he assumed. He just fucking gassed out. Like you guys can see it in the second round and third round especially. He was gassed out. He couldn't even throw proper punches. Like it was hard for him to just lift his arms up. And yeah, Darius just chopped his legs, threw body kicks. And yeah, kept his distance most of the time, but at the end of round one, Moicano was close to finishing Dariush. And that was surprising. He just landed straight right hand that knocked Dariush down. And yeah, he tried to like hold on to Moicano, but yeah, Moicano didn't do much, and it was like the end of round two, I think. There was like probably 15 seconds left or 10 seconds left, if I remember correctly. So he didn't do much. He couldn't do much, and yeah, he couldn't finish him. And just lost the fight. So that's pretty much it. Dariush was just better. Moicano is not who we thought he was. He was talking all this shit and he was advertising and making a big name for himself and shit. Like he even fought Islam for the title. That's crazy. Like, but yeah, he's a decent fighter, but not top 5 material. So we just saw that. Good stuff from Dariush. And our third fight of the main card, Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. This was a short notice fight for Van. Royval was supposed to fight Manel Cap, and he got injured, so Joshua Van replaced him. with like what was it, 3 weeks notice, something like that, or 2 weeks notice. Like he fought at UFC 316, and now he just fought at 317. Like that's crazy. Like good shit for Joshua Van. Like that's pretty ballsy, you know. Uh, and yeah, this fight was such fun fight, man. Like there was so many strikes, so much blood. Like not so much blood, but you know, they pieced each other up. You know, like they both was about this life. You know, they were throwing down and shit. Like they was trying to hurt each other. Like actually, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna go for a takedown and lay on you. And yeah, no, nothing like that. They was just like striking and striking and striking like crazy. Like yeah, as you can see, like Royval's got 216 total strikes and Van's got 209 strikes. Like in total, they have like fucking 400 something strikes, man. Like it's crazy. Zero takedowns. They just strike. It was a pretty fun striking match. I thought that Royval was gonna win this match, but Joshua Wen surprised me a lot. I only saw like one of his previous matches. It was against well, what was it? I think it was against Ray something. I forgot the name. But yeah, this match he surprised me a lot. Like his striking, uh, even him being able to like get into Royval's space and just attack him and hurt him with like big punches. That surprised me a lot because I thought that Royval, he's the taller guy. Well, by like, well, what is it? He's 5'9" and Van is like 5'5". There's like 4 inch difference, height difference. Even in reach, Van's got only 65-inch reach, whereas Royval has 70 something probably, or at least 69. I don't know, something around that, something like that. And yeah, he has longer arms, the taller. But no, he couldn't keep him away. Like most of the time, Van was just closing distance and hitting him like he's Mike Tyson, going to the body, going to the head, landing the bigger strikes as well. Like he looked like he was his punches were hurting Royval more than Royval's hurting him. But yeah, first round was pretty close. Like I mean, yeah, 10 strikes, 10 strike difference for Van. He was ahead. But the second round, Royval. Why does it say 87 significant strikes? Was it that much? I mean, I think this site shows some wrong information, but I don't remember it being too much. Yeah, I think it was 80 something, but was Van? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Royval got ahead in the second round. I think he won the second round, but round one and three, Van won them. And round three, actually, it was going good for Royval. He was ahead. He had like 10 something significant strikes more, as you can see, like 8 strikes more. But at the last second, like not literally last second, but like 15 seconds left, maybe, like Van just dropped Royval, and they were like in the pocket, and yeah, just hit him, and then the fight ended. Like went to a decision, but yeah, that just won him the round. It was still close, like even if he didn't drop him, it was still a close round. But yeah, that just solidified that Van won the fight, and yeah, he won by unanimous decision. Crazy shit going from like rank 12 to rank 1. Now he's the number 1 contender, and he's gonna be fighting Pantoja. He's the next title contender. So I do think that he's gonna be a easy fight for Pantoja though, unfortunately. But yeah, Van is a good fighter. He's an entertaining fighter, so I'm starting to like him. And Royval, he fought a good fight. He just didn't, control the distance. He just didn't. His distance management was not real good this fight, so he has to work on that. He has to work on that, I think. And yeah, it was a fun fight though. So again, good shit to both of these guys. This is like fight of the night maybe. Like the main event is really good, but this was like overall 3 rounds of like chaos. Just two guys punching each other till they drop dead. Good stuff. And the co-main event of UFC 317, Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. Yeah, I expected Pantoja to win easily. Like I expected that he was gonna dominate Kara France, and he did. Like all 3 rounds. I thought that he was gonna go a decision, just like he went against Steve Usyk, but it wasn't like that. He just took him down, almost submitted him around, submitted Kara France in round one as well, like with the arm triangle, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Kara France got out of that, and yeah, didn't have anything else. Like he only has 14 total strikes. Oh no, 57. Yeah, that was the first round. 57. Pantoja has 73 takedowns out of six. Two submission attempts. One of them was the arm triangle, and in round three, he got Kara France's back and just submitted him with a rear naked choke, a beautiful choke. And yeah, it was an easy fight for Pantoja. They gotta give him some well-rounded guy, like well, not like Kara France, but yeah, Pantoja's man, like he's just been fighting mainly like one-dimensional guys, like strikers, like Kara France, Kai Asakura, Steve Ursig. I'm not saying they're bad at like, yeah, they don't have like zero wrestling, no takedown defense, but like I mean compared to Pantoja, man, yeah, they don't have shit. Like we've seen him in their fights, so yeah, they gotta give Pantoja a well-rounded like guy uh for him to compete with. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep going on like this. Pantoja winning by submission or dominant decisions. So yeah, Pantoja won another fight. So let's go to the main event. This was a crazy, crazy fight, guys. Round one KO for Ilya Topuria. I predicted that Ilya was gonna win this fight. I thought that he was gonna knock out Charles, and he did in the first round. I actually picked round one KO in UFC 5 as well, just because I trusted Ilya, and I knew that I didn't even have to know. Charles said that he was gonna march forward like how he does in his previous fights, so that was like, oh, okay, you're gonna get knocked out because Charles is a good fighter. He has like longer reach, height, like height advantage, reach advantage. He is a bigger guy and all of that, but man, you've been getting dropped by like Poirier, Gaethje, even Islam, like in almost all your fights. So Chandler twice, he dropped you twice, almost finished you. And yeah, Ilya just has more power, better striking, at least than Gaethje and Chandler. Even better striking than Poirier, maybe, it's up to you, but yeah, and he has this more power. And we saw his grappling ability in this fight too. Charles tried taking him down, and Ilya reversed the takedown midway and just got on top of him. Went into side control, beat him a little bit, got him into a crucifix. Then when he was trying to get up, he almost got caught with a leg lock and stuff, but he got up. Then let Charles get up, and after that, just knocked him out clean, like knocked him out cold. That was pretty chill, pretty chilling. It gave me the chills. Um, yeah, man, Ilya's just a guy. He's him. I didn't even like Ilya actually, guys. Like in the Max Holloway fight, I was rooting for Max. Before that, I was rooting for Volk. I thought that this guy was cocky and oh, he's gonna lose. He's gonna get schooled this time and this and that. But like the Max fight just changed my mind about him like completely. Because for the first Volk fight, when he fought Volk for the title. I was like, Volk got knocked out by a head kick from Islam, and he fought like 3 months later. Like, he was a bit chinny. At least that's what I thought at the time. So I was like, oh no, fuck this guy, and blah blah blah. Lucky KO, not in lucky KO, but Volkanovski's chin, all of that. So, but then the Max fight, he beat Max. He knocked out Max, like he TKO'd him, whatever. Like he KO'd Max Holloway, and I was like, okay, this guy's legit. And it wasn't a domination like in the Max Holloway fight. It was a close fight. I thought that Max was winning the rounds most of the time, at least second round and stuff. First round he had a takedown, so maybe they'll give it to him. But second round I thought Max was doing good, and third round it was still decent, but it was just Max's defense. His hands is just not on. It was just not on his chin. It was just like it's just his style. So he holds his hands like this, so he got caught with the right hand and got knocked out. So that fight, after that fight, I was like, okay, and then now I know that this guy is legit. He knocked out Volk, he knocked out Max back to back, and just went up to lightweight now and KO'd Charles Oliveira in a pretty impressive way to like knock them out cold. Nobody has ever done that to Charles before, I think, like at least in the UFC. So yeah, Ilya won that fight. He's now the lightweight champion and the pound for pound number one fighter in the world. That's crazy. But I do think, yeah, he should be the pound for pound number one because I do think that he'll beat Islam if they fight, when they fight, because you've seen his takedown defense. So you guys know that he's a legit grappler. I mean, he was a grappler before the UFC. He had more submissions than knockouts. He still does have more submissions, I think, compared to knockouts. But when he got into the UFC, he just turned into a KO artist, knocking out, you know, uh, UFC fighters and stuff. Yeah, they should make Ilya versus Islam in the future. Not immediately right now because Islam's gonna be fighting JDM probably in Madison Square Garden, hopefully. And I do think that Islam's gonna lose that fight as well. I didn't make a video about UFC 315, 316, and yeah, some of the other fight nights, but yeah, I do have a couple of things to say about them as well. Like I said, JDM surprised me a lot too in that Bilal fight. I thought that Bilal was gonna win by just his pressure and his not cardio, takedowns. But no, JDM surprised me and showed his takedown defense, and his elite boxing. I knew that he had elite boxing, but like doing that against a champion, you know, high tier guy like Bilal. I don't like Bilal, fuck him, but you know, he did that against Bilal. He pieced him up on the feet, countered him a lot. He landed the bigger punches, and Bilal didn't have an answer for that. He couldn't even take him down for like first 3 rounds, I think. Then eventually got him down like a couple of times. But JDM always got back up and won the title. Beautiful performance. Right after watching that fight, I was like, oh no, I don't think Islam's beating this dude because he is much bigger, as in like weight wise, stronger. He has more power in his punches. Better boxing, better striking, and I mean, if Bilal can take you down and his cardio is not enough, you know, then is Islam gonna beat you? No, like he has superior wrestling compared to Bilal. We all know that, like better grappling, but his cardio is not that good. I don't even know if it's better than Bilal's. Cause Islam gets tired in all of his fights. Like you can see it, bro. He's like just mouth breathing and stuff, you know. Um, yeah, Islam looks like that, but. Yeah, he does get tired a lot. So we saw that against Alex Volkanovski in the first fight. Dustin Poirier in the fourth and fifth round, he was tired as fuck. Mm, and yeah, I do think JDM's gonna beat Islam, and Islam's gonna move back down to lightweight and hopefully fight Ilya after Ilya's first title defense. And Ilya is gonna knock him out cold too. That's what I think. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and listen. I'll see you guys on the next video.